What is going on, guys? This is Elijah here for Football Recaps, and today I am back with another college football prediction video, and we're going to be talking about the Michigan Wolverines going on the road to face off the Penn State Nittany Lions at 12 o'clock p.m. Eastern Time at Beaver Stadium. This game is probably going to be another crucial game for both teams, especially for James Franklin, with all the off-the-field distractions of potentially leaving Penn State and going to USC or LSU. Or is he staying after this year? And of course, Jim Harbaugh, of course, losing to Michigan State, and then Michigan State losing to Purdue after the week before. It's just Michigan always chokes against the big games, and of course, they always choke against top-tier teams, and they lose to Michigan State. So it has to be a crucial game for Michigan. I know that Penn State is not ranked, but they always give a fight, and they're always good, especially at Beaver Stadium. And I think it's going to be a tough matchup for the Michigan Wolverines. But I still think that Michigan may be the better team overall in this matchup. All right, so I like to go through the matchup predictors, as always, the season leaders, and then I'll base it off of the stats as well. So the matchup predictor has Michigan at 54.4% over Penn State's 45.6%. So it's going to be a close game, in my opinion. All right, we have Cade McNamara. He's played really well, had an amazing game against Michigan State, but they couldn't win because all they did was field goals, and the defense just went to sleep against Kenneth Walker, and they could not stop that dude. He was unbelievable. Had like 5 touchdowns and over like 200 yards, something like that. So Cade McNamara, 130 to 208 completions to attempts, 1,666 passing yards. That needs to change. 9 touchdowns and 2 interceptions. We have Sean Clifford, 199 to 311 completions to attempts. Now, I feel bad for Penn State because they lost to Iowa in a close game because Sean Clifford got hurt, and that could have been the difference of the outcome. Iowa, on the other hand, have just went downhill after beating Penn State. And then they lost to Illinois, which that game was insane. I think they went to 9 overtimes in that game, and they just haven't been the same since. And they also lost to Ohio State, so it's not a great look for them because they were going on a roll until Sean Clifford got hurt. So I noticed that Penn State without Sean Clifford is not very good. All right, 199, like I said, to 311, 2,371 passing yards, 16 touchdowns and 6 interceptions. Haskins for Michigan, really good this year, and of course I think Blake Corum as well got injured against Indiana yesterday, so I don't know if he's going to play, but for right now, Haskins has done a really good job. 165 carries, 829 yards to 11 touchdowns. We have Penn State, we have Kane, we have 93 carries to 293 rushing yards to 4 touchdowns as well. All right, so receiving wise, we have Dotson for Penn State, who's done a really great job for James Franklin. 71 receptions, 932 receiving yards, and 9 touchdowns. So that's the go-to guy for Sean Clifford. And for Johnson for Michigan, and the freshman for Michigan, I already forgot his name. My mind's going blank, but he did really well against, was it Alfred something? I forgot his name, but the guy did really well against Michigan State, and they haven't used him at all. So Johnson had 27 receptions, 449 receiving yards, and 3 touchdowns, and that is your season leaders so far after 9 weeks. All right, so there you go for the season leaders. So now we have the team stats. We have Michigan with points per game 36.2 to Penn State's 26.8. Points allowed per game, we have both teams at 16 points, but Penn State has 0.7, which that really doesn't make a huge difference in my opinion. All right, total yards allowed, we have 451.4 to Michigan's. Then we have 384.1 to Penn State's. Total yards of passing, 217.3 to Penn State's 277.7. Yards of rushing, 234.1 to Penn State's not so great, 106.4. Yards allowed, this is where it begins to who would be the better team on defense. Michigan only allowing 298.1 to 350.7 to Penn State's. Yards allowed on defense, passing yards, 173.4 to 213.6. So not too bad for passing yards. Rushing yards, Michigan and Penn State have done a pretty decent job on both teams. Michigan 124.7 to 137.1 to Penn State. I may not get a lot of likes on this video. I may get a lot of disagreements, but I think in reality, I think my prediction in this video would be Michigan by 16 points. I think they're the better team in my opinion. I think their defensive line, especially in the running game, has done a great job. Caden McNamara is a pretty good quarterback. I think he may be better, in my opinion, than Sean Clifford. I'm not biased towards Michigan. I'm not a fan of both teams. I just predict the videos, but this is just my opinion on how I've seen Penn State and how I've seen Michigan play. And I think that Michigan is going to win this game by 16 points. I think their defense is going to be up to the game against Sean Clifford. And I think they're going to wear them out, especially during the running game, because Penn State also likes to run the ball as well. All right, guys, like, comment, subscribe. Thanks for watching. Y'all have a great day, and please comment below. And if you disagree, please leave your opinion about this game and how who's going to win this game as well. And if you like this video, please leave a comment below as well. And yeah, see you guys later. Y'all have a great day. Peace out.